Now, the next part is the pons corolla and the middle oblongata. As the name indicates here, pons corolla. Here is a pons corolla. Pons corolla. Now, first of all, as the name indicates, pons means actually the breach. Breach. It is a breach between the cerebellum, as well as the middle oblongata. Now, as well as this pons corolla also communicating the two cerebellar hemispheres. So ultimately, when two cerebellar, right and the left cerebellar hemispheres, they are communicated by means of such a transverse breach, that is the pons corolla. So can communicate the muscular activities of both sides of the body. Now such pons corolla located below the cerebrum, just in front of the cerebellum and above the medulla oblongata, slightly bulges forward. When you observe the transverse section or the sagittal section here of that pons corolla, we can see here the internally deep inside that pons corolla, now there is a gray matter. Why? All nerve fibers, nothing but the nerve fibers, means white matter, medullated nerve fibers. Now this comes forward, comes upward, and also exit at the various cranial nerves. So in this way, first of all, location of that pons corolla located below the cerebrum, in front of the cerebellum, above the medulla oblongata. It shows internal gray matter and external white matter. And now here, इसके पहले जब हम सेरेब्रम की बात करते हैं, सेरेबेलम की बात करते हैं, वहां पर क्या है? एक्सटर्नल ग्रे मैटर एंड इंटरनल व्हाइट मैटर. नाउ द कंडीशंस आर रिवर्स. हियर इंटरनल ग्रे मैटर एंड एक्सटर्नल व्हाइट मैटर. क्योंकि अभी यहां से cranial nerves बाहर आना चलोगे, which are ultimately supplied to the various organs of our body, particularly facial region up to the chest portion. Now such pons corolla क्या करता है? अभी इसका फंक्शन क्या है? It coordinates the two cerebellar hemispheres, right and the left two cerebellar hemispheres. They are ultimately coordinated. Now see this hand movement, right and the left, right and the left. Okay, right and left, cycling, bicycling. Okay, so such right and the left muscular coordination, it is by coordinating the two cerebellar hemispheres, right and the left, as well as it forms the entire network between the cerebrum, cerebellum, as well as medulla oblongata, and then the spinal cord, and then the remaining lower half portion of the body. तो जितने भी मैसेजेस सेरेब्रम की तरफ से सेरेबेलम की तरफ आएंगे, सेरेबेलम की तरफ से सेरेब्रम की तरफ जाएंगे, इन सभी मैसेजेस का, इंपल्सेस का रिले सेंटर है pons corolla. Now here, as well as it shows the reflex center for the breathing along with the medulla oblongata. तो breathing, that is external respiration, फास्ट करना है, रनिंग स्टार्ट कर दिए, रेस्पिरेशन रेट फास्ट होगा, एक्साइटमेंट में रेस्पिरेशन रेट फास्ट होगा, तो उसका रिफ्लेक्स सेंटर है कहां पर? pons corolla. Means it ultimately can be called as a control the rate of respiration. Now, as well as it is the actual center where there are the nuclei located, that means bunches of the cytons, and from these bunches of the cytons arises 5 to 7 cranial nerves, 5 to 7 cranial nerves that ultimately comes out from that pons corolla. Okay, it is about the pons corolla. Now next part, that is the myelencephalon, which is also called as the medulla oblongata. Now the terminal most part of the hindbrain or the entire brain, it is a conical region, lowermost portion, and along with that pons corolla and the medulla oblongata together can be called as the brainstem. supporting the entire brain. Pons orula hai, medulla oblongata, together called as brainstem. Now such medulla oblongata continue further as a spinal cord. Such medulla oblongata again, just like a pons orula, shows that internally there are the gray matter, that means cytonic bunch, while the externally it shows the white matter, that means modulated nerve fibers, and these form that ascending and the descending tracts which get continue in the ultimately spinal cord, as medulla oblongata continue as a spinal cord. But here we can observe the cross of the such modulated nerve fibers, crossing of the modulated nerve fibers. So right side of the body impulses carried towards the left portion of the brain, and left body impulses ultimately right portion. So that crossing of the nerve fiber can be called as a decussation. That crossing of the nerve fiber is called as a decussation. So any damage to the right side affecting the left portion of the body, and the vice versa. Now in this way, such medulla oblongata also has a large cavity, elongated cavity, that is the fourth ventricle of the brain. Two ventricles in the cerebrum, lateral ventricles, which opens by a common aperture in a third ventricle, that is nothing but the diocese, third ventricle of the diencephalon, diocese, and now the fourth ventricle of the medulla oblongata, which is called as the metacele. Now such metacele, just like a diocese, at the roof of that diocese there is a network of the blood capillaries can be seen, which are called as the anterior choroid plexus. Just like that, at the roof of the such metacele or the fourth ventricle of medulla oblongata, we can observe again the network of the capillaries called as the posterior choroid plexus, anterior choroid plexus and the posterior choroid plexus. And these blood capillaries, from these blood capillaries comes out that blood components and spread in these ventricles as a cerebrospinal fluid. So ultimately these choroid plexus are responsible for a secretion of that CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. Now that cerebrospinal fluid will ultimately spreaded in these ventricles of the brain, cavities of the brain. Also such CSF comes out of the brain, bahar bhi aate, and then spread around the entire brain as well as around the spinal cord also. तो उनको बाहर आने के लिए क्या है? Exactly mid dorsal there is a single canal aperture where that fourth ventricle communicate to the outer space of the brain, and that single canal is called as the foramen of Magendie. Foramen of Magendie. Exactly mid dorsal, पीछे exactly middle में foramen of Magendie. Through this foramen of Magendie, that CSF comes out, बाहर निकल आता है, and then spreaded around that brain as well as surrounding to the spinal cord. As well as means it is a singular foramen of Magendie. Foramen means aperture. Okay. While the two dorsolateral, पीछे और lateral side, dorsolateral. Now there are again the paired canals, and these paired canals are called as the foramen of Lashka. Paired are the foramen of Lashka, and singular, that is the foramen of Magendie. Now through these canals, CSF comes out and spread around the brain as well as the spinal cord. Now about the functions of that medulla oblongata. Now it is very important to the exam point of view. Functions of that medulla oblongata. Now such medulla oblongata having the centers which are essential for the life. Vital centers. One is nothing but the cardiac center. To regulation, increase and decrease. Fan का regulator. Speed बढ़ाना, कम करना. That is nothing but the cardiac center. Heartbeat बढ़ाना, कम करना. As well as second is nothing but the respiratory center. Increase or decrease in a respiration rate. Vasomotor center. तो अल्टीमेटली वैसोमोटर सेंटर क्या फंक्शन है इसका? ब्लड वेसल्स को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करना या रिलैक्स करना. ब्लड वेसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो गए या रिलैक्स हो गए. कॉन्ट्रैक्शन हुआ तो अल्टीमेटली क्या होगा? स्पेस कम होगी, ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ाया जाएगा. रिलैक्स करना, ब्लड प्रेशर कम किया जाएगा। मीन्स सच vasomotor center by contraction and relaxation it regulate the blood pressure as well as the peristaltic movement. अभी peristaltic movement कहाँ पर है? When we serve food, ultimately by means of that wave-like movement, esophagus carries that food bolus up to the stomach. And such peristaltic movement ultimately controlled by means of such a nuclei of the medulla oblongata. So in this way, cardiac center essential, respiratory center again essential, vasomotor center again it is essential to regulate the BP. Then the peristaltic movement of the esophagus as well as secretion of saliva, regular secretion